Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tessie. Today I'm going to be recreating this style. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly do that and let's get right into the video. For this pleated pants, you need 3 layers of fabric, and this fabric is called a jokonso. You could use a jokonso or a crepe. Now we're going to be cutting out the front part. You can see I have my fabric folded into 2. Now to know the amount of fabric to fold, you need to chalk your hip measurement divided by 2. So I have my hip divided by 2. That's the amount of fabric I fold. So from the starting point, I'll come down to my crotch line. So you just need only your crotch line for this. So to get your crotch is your hip divided by 4 plus extra 1 inch. So I connected my lines, as you can see. So from the starting point, I'm going to chalk from the waist to the length of the pants. So I chalked the length of the pants and connected it into a straight line. So at this crotch area here, just come in by 2 inches. So there's no need for any measurement, just come in by 2 inches at this point, and then you connect it all the way up to the waist. So I'll connect it to the waistline. So what I'll do next is to curve my crotch. So I'm just going to curve the crotch. After curving the crotch, we're good to go. What I'll be doing next is at the waist area, that's at this point here, I'll come down by 1 inch. So I came down by 1 inch, and then from that point I'm just going to slant it to the waistline. So guys, after slanting from this side of the fabric, I'm just going to chuck it all the way down. So now I'll go ahead now to cut out my fabric. So guys, after cutting out the fabric, I'll label this as my front, and I'll also label this other side as the front. So we're going to be cutting out the back. So for the back, I have my fabric folded into 2, as you can see. So I'll go ahead now to place the front on the back. So I'm going to place it, and then we're going to be adding our allowance at this other side of the fabric. So at the waistline, at this point here, I'm going to be chalking 2 inches at the crotch, 2 inches, then 2 inches all the way down. So from this point here, I chalk 2 inches at the crotch, 2 inches, and then 2 inches all the way down. So I'll go ahead now to connect it, and then connect this other side as well. So at the waistline of the back, I'll be coming up by 1.5 inches extension. So I came up by 1.5 inches at that point, as you can see. So I have my 1.5 inches here. So what I'll do is to slant it to the waistline. So from this point, I'll slant to that point. So we are good to go. I'll go ahead now to cut out my fabric. So guys, I'll go ahead now to label these as the back, and I'll also label this other side as well. So what I'll be doing next is cutting out my pocket. So for the pocket, we're going to be adding pocket on the front side alone. This side of the fabric, I came in by 2.5 inches, then I came down by 7 inches for the pocket. So I'll go ahead now to connect my lines together. So you connect it this way, then you cut out this part, as you can see. So after doing that, we're going to be cutting out the pieces. So for the pieces that I need for the fabric, I've gone ahead to cut out my pieces, and this is what it looks like. So I have 2 pieces, as you can see. So the length of the fabric is 12 inches, and then the wideness of this is 15 inches. So I'm going to place my fabric on the pocket. So you place it this way, as you can see, and then you cut out the same shape that you have there. So I'll go ahead now to cut out the same shape that I have there. After cutting it out, we are going to be joining the pieces to the main fabric. So I'll go ahead now to place it this way, and then I'll take one of my pocket, join it right side facing each other, and then stitch this part. So from this point, I'll stitch all the way down here. I'll repeat same thing for this other part as well. So I'll go ahead now to place it and then stitch. So after placing it and stitching, I'm going to be closing the pocket area. So I'll go ahead now to close the pocket area. I'll place this way. So just watch what I'm doing. I'll place it this way, and then I'm going to be closing this part, so I'll place it this way and then stitch it. So after stitching it, I'm going to be stitching the top part as well. So we are good to go. This is what it looks like. Guys, I have several videos on how to perfectly attach a pocket. You should watch that video if you do not understand what I did here. So what I'll be doing next is joining the front and the front together. So we're going to be joining the front and the front together, the back and the back together at the crotch area. So from the waist here, I'm just going to stitch 1/2 inch all the way down to the crotch and then join the back as well. So guys, this is what the front looks like. As you can see, I've gone ahead to join them together. So guys, I'm going to be pleating the waist area. So you need to divide your waist divided by 2 plus extra 1 inch for joining allowance. My waist is 30 divided by 2 is 15 plus extra 1 inch for joining allowance, which is 16 inches. So whatever I'm pleating, I should get 16 inches on the front, 16 inches at the back as well. I hope you understand. So I'm go ahead now to pleat the front area. So I'm going to pleat to get 16 inches. So guys, it depends on how you want the pleat to be. So from this line here, I came in by 6.5 inches here, and I also come in here by 6.5 inches. That's where I want the pleat to start from. So I chalk 6.5 inches on both sides. Then I'm going to start pleating. So from this point here, I'm just going to take it this way. So I'm going to pleat it, and then after pleating, make sure you pleat it neatly and then you pin it down. So you check if you have the 16. We need 16 inches for the front, so divided by 2 is 8. So I'll pleat this side to have 8 inches, which I have 8 inches at that point. I'm going to pin it down, and I'll also pleat this too. So from that chalk there, I'm just going to pleat it this way. So whatever I'm pleating, I should have 8 inches at this other side as well. After pleating, I'm just going to cross check if I'm on the right track. It's still very big, so I'm going to take it in and then pleat it neatly, and then cross check if I have my 8 inches, and then I'm going to pin it down. So what I have here should be 16 inches. So you can see I have 16 inches for the front. So I'm going to stitch it together to hold it in place, and then we're going to be pleating the back as well. After joining the crotch area of the back, this is what it looks like. So I'll go ahead now to pleat the waist area as well to have my 16 inches for the back. But before doing that, at this line also, I'm going to come in here by 6.5 inches and also come in here by 6.5 inches as well. So after doing that, I'm going to start my pleat. So from this point here that I have my chalk, I'm going to drag it in and then pleat it. So guys, for this pleating, it depends on how you want your pleat to be. Your pleat can be 2 pleating, 1, it depends on your preference. I just want mine 1. So I'll cross check to see if I have my 8 inches at that point. After doing that, I'm going to pin it down, and then I'm going to be pleating this side as well. So I'm just going to take it in this way and then cross check if I have the 8 inches, which I do, and then I'm going to hold it down with my pin. So after doing that, I'm going to be stitching the waist area to hold everything in place. So guys, after pleating, this is what it looks like, as you can see. So what we need to do is to give it a very good press. You need to iron that pleated area. We'll do the same thing for the back. After doing that, we're going to be joining both the back and the front together. So I'll place them right side facing each other and then shape the side using 1 inch on both sides. So I'll go ahead now to shape and use 1 inch on both sides. After doing that, I'm going to be closing the crotch area. So I'll place the both crotch together, right side facing each other, and then stitch using 1/2 inch all the way down. After doing that, I'll go ahead now to cut out my band. I have 4 inches on fold. It's going to be 2 inches. I'll go ahead now to attach the band on the fabric. So guys, the zip is going to be at the side, so I open one of the side where the zip is going to be. I'm going to fold my band into 2 and then stitch my band on the waistline all around. So I'll go ahead now to stitch and then weave the waist area and then attach my zipper and then show us the end results. So guys, this is the final result. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it really came out lovely. My camera is not really doing justice to it. this is it. Hope this tutorial was helpful. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, drop a comment, and make sure you're following me on all platforms at So With Tess. Love you guys and do have a blessed day. Bye.